I'm Donna.
And I'm Bruce, and this is Lyrical Wisdom.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Lyrical Wisdom, where we dive into song lyrics and offer heart-based wisdom through our interpretations. If you enjoy what you're hearing, don't forget you can catch every episode of Lyrical Wisdom on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and more.
You can also find us on YouTube. Just search Lyrical Wisdom Show. Do you have a song you'd like to hear us shed some light on? You can email us requests, questions, comments to lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Or leave a comment on a YouTube video. We'd really love to hear from you. And all requests get an episode and a shout out.
So join us every Tuesday and Friday as we dig deep and deliver our wisdom. And thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing to Lyrical Wisdom. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Donna.
How are you?
I'm living another day in paradise.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And I have learned because of you how to live in paradise.
Oh, thank you.
Every time I pull up in my driveway, I'm like, I'm home at my little slice of paradise.
I love that. That is true, though. I love your slice of paradise. That's a beautiful place.
Yes, yeah. And everybody, remember, you can make paradise wherever you are.
Yes, you can.
You create your reality.
You do.
Yes.
Even if it becomes something that you're referring to sarcastically, you can still enjoy that paradise.
That is so true.
Because the minute you refer to it that way, that's what it becomes.
Yeah, you can be sitting in a restaurant where it's really noisy and everybody's talking around you, and you just ordered, a nice slice of apple pie.
Yeah.
And it lands at the table and you can go, oh, wow, my own little slice of paradise. And
Yes,
you know
you
what?
can.
That's going to be the best piece of apple pie you've ever had.
It's going to be the best one, and maybe we could even have it a la mode, because I think that's with ice cream. But that's one of my favorite ways to have apple pie. That's
Me
for sure.
too. I
Oh my
love ice
gosh.
cream.
Oh, I love it too.
I love ice
But
cream.
I love that combination. What is it about apple pie and ice cream that makes it so delicious? I have no clue, but it is one of my favorite things.
I know there's a song, Bruce, that mentions apple pie.
There are, I think, many ones.
Several songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just something about the nostalgia and especially here in the South.
Yeah.
Apple pie is, I think it's chicken fried, right?
Oh my goodness, you're right. Yes. And then we've done a couple of songs that have actually mentioned apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
That just reminded me of the fact that
So bye-bye, Miss
American Pie. Yeah. And you know what that reminded me of is the fact that there's a difference with apple pie being warm and then the cool of the ice cream. It's a nice little
nice little change in your mouth when you take the bite.
Yeah, a
The
cool
heat
change.
and the
Yeah.
cool change. I love it, Bruce. Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to Lyrical Wisdom. And we have a really cool song for you today.
We do. Yes, we do.
We've given you a lot of hints. And this song is a request.
Yes, it is.
By a really good friend of mine, Vania Labbit.
Yes, a very good friend of both of ours. And we are going to really enjoy this song, Vania. Thank you for sending it in to us and giving us this idea.
Yes, thank you so much, Vania. We love you. And we love each and every one of you here listening now. And remember, send us your requests.
Absolutely.
We will love to do your song.
Absolutely.
You can send it many different ways.
Yeah.
Email, leave a comment on YouTube.
Yeah, we got all kinds of venues there.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vania. Here we go with today's song, Cool Change by Little River Band. If there's one thing in my life that's missing, it's the time that I spend alone, sailing on the cool and bright, clear water. There's lots of those friendly people. They're showing me ways to go, but I never want to lose their inspiration. Time for a cool change. I know that it's time for a cool change. And now that my life is so prearranged, I know that it's time for a cool change. Well, I was born in the sign of water, and it's there that I feel my best. The albatross and the whales, they are my brothers. It's kind of a special feeling when you're out on the sea alone, staring at the full moon like a lover. Time for a cool change. I know that it's time for a cool change. Now that my life is so prearranged, I know that it's time for a cool change. I've never been romantic, and sometimes I don't care. I know it may sound selfish, but let me breathe the air. Let me breathe the air. If there's one thing in my life that's missing, it's the time that I spend alone, sailing on the cool and bright, clear water. It's kind of a special feeling out on the sea alone, staring at the full moon like a lover. Time for a cool change. I know that it's time for a cool change. Now that my life is so prearranged, I know that it's time for a cool, cool change.
Wow. That's one of I love this song. I've listening to you read it, it makes me realize once again, I say this on so many of our episodes that I hear so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I listen to the song
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoy it, just listening to them singing it, and I'm just blown away by the things that I just realized that we're going to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? The fascinating thing, Bruce, is that this song dropped in my, awareness probably a month ago.
Oh wow.
And I've just been singing it because my spirit is telling me that change is in the air,
It
that it's
is.
time for
Yeah,
change.
yeah,
And this song came in, and I've been, I put it on the radio and just had it on repeat as I drove places.
yeah.
I had it, on the on my cell phone and had it on repeat as I poured paint and thought about the significance of the cool change in the water.
Oh wow,
So
yeah,
I am
yeah.
so excited to do this.
Yeah.
Although when I sing it, I I do have to say I say the dolphins and the whales.
Oh,
They
that's
are my
I
brothers.
love that.
So let's get going. If there's one thing in my life that's missing, it's the time that I spend alone. And we can stop right there because I know how significant that is, especially now,
Yes. Yes,
right?
it is very significant. And one of the things that some people miss, and it can, I believe this is something that can become overwhelming for people and can lead to a certain upheaval, if you will, in their lives, is that they never feel like, or they don't feel like, I could say, that they get that chance to spend time alone.
And the upheaval happens, I believe, because when you do take the time to be alone with you,
Yeah.
those things come up that you
Yes.
have suppressed
Yes.
and pushed down
Yes.
and not want to see or
Yes.
be with.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
come up because they need to be seen.
Yes, they
They
do.
need to be transmuted
They do.
into light
They do.
with the love and understanding that you're not broken.
Yes.
It's okay,
Yes.
to
Yes.
have that anger in you, to have that
Yes.
anxiety in you. We're human beings.
Yes, we are.
That's why we're here.
That is why, yeah.
Yeah, and
And
it's when you take that time to be alone, I think that you discover the divinity within.
and you can sail on the cool and bright,
Bright.
clear water. And I agree because our bodies are made to do what Donna's talking about right now. And that is, let's say you get a sliver. Your body is going to push that to the surface, just
Mm-hmm.
like what you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about. And so, that's a part of that means that we have to allow ourselves to go through that process of being on our own, being with ourself. And there are many people out there that are thinking, could be thinking right now, I'm not sure, I'm just going to say it out loud, that sometimes we resist this kind of time for maybe somebody else that we love. We're afraid of them spending time alone without us because then we feel like that eliminates us. And the reality is that if we can give them the gift of actually being alone, then we give them the gift of what we're talking about.
Right, of
Of
discovering themselves and
yes,
learning to love themselves.
yes,
Because in that, love cannot be given unless it is there to
yes,
give.
yes,
And it all begins with loving yourself.
absolutely. Yeah,
That's what it's all
that
about.
is. And we can be distracted, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
distracted by other humans in our
Mm-hmm.
world or in our existence by being able to focus on them and not ourselves.
Right. And the other thing, I believe people are afraid to be alone because I believe that society has labeled being alone as lonely.
Yes,
And that
yes.
word has a lot of heaviness
Well, and then we
to
get
it.
names to it like lonely cat people. It becomes like this
Uh huh.
derogatory existence. I agree. It's
Exactly.
like
And
we're expected to be with somebody else, and then you're not just expected to be with somebody else, but there are rules to who you can be with.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
really fascinating.
and so I agree because there's lots of those friendly people. They are showing me ways to go, but I never want to lose their inspiration because in a lot of ways the people that try to influence us set up these rules and they try to show you ways to go, and like a little bit of what we're leading to, like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we're just talking through the lyrics without even looking at them. And that to me is fascinating because it we don't want to lose the inspiration because when somebody is having difficulty focusing on themselves and then they turn their focus to somebody else like us or somebody else in that way, they are inspired.
Mm-hmm.
That is an inspiration. That is
Mm-hmm.
an effort to try to help somebody else. It may not be what they need, but at least we can look at it exactly like what they say in the song, I
Well,
think.
yeah, yeah. And I'm going to go right back for one moment to the sailing on the cool and bright,
I love that.
clear
Yes.
water.
Thank you for
I
going back.
just
Yeah.
wanted to acknowledge the bright in that water because there is so much significance to me in that
Yes. Yes.
because
Yes.
that is the light at the end of the tunnel,
That
so to
is
speak.
that's absolutely the
You
light
know
of
what
day.
I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And sailing, that is the flowing with spirit, just
Yes.
letting go and letting the wind,
Yes.
because that's what sailing is.
Yes, it
It's
is.
allowing the wind to carry you on the water. And water is significant and known to be emotion. Water
Wow.
is emotion. And that's, what you're doing when you spend time alone is you're allowing those emotions to come up that you have suppressed and put down.
Or not looked at. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
so sailing on the bright, clear water. In other words, everything's clear now.
Yeah.
I can see what it is that's holding me back from being my divine self.
Yes.
It's everything is clear. I can feel it completely. And the brightness for me is just, that's the white light.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
the
Yeah.
divinity within us all. And
Absolutely.
sailing to me is just letting go.
Yeah.
Because my truth, Bruce, is that the air that we breathe, the wind, is spirit.
Oh my
It
goodness.
is
Yeah.
the breath of God,
Yes.
and it sustains everything.
Absolutely.
All of life on this planet
Absolutely.
uh, is air. I mean, the trees, the grass, the flowers, they all intake air.
Every single thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we do, and animals do. Air to me is that
I
spirit
believe
that
it. I believe
is
it.
unseen,
Yeah.
but yet within and sustaining all of
And
us.
it's a lot like how, if you're thinking out there, well, what about the fish? Well, some fish breathe air, and others, with their gills, they actually take the oxygen out of the air.
Well,
Out
what
of the
is
water, actually.
water?
Water.
H2O.
Yes.
It's oxygen in the
Yes.
water. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's everywhere.
It's
I
everywhere.
love that. And the friendly people showing me ways to go. You're right. I love that. I never want to lose their inspiration. For
Absolutely.
me, because he uses, or the author uses the word but, what they're trying, for me, what they're saying is, when I take that time to go within, to be by myself, to sail on that water all alone, I'm leaving all those friendly people behind,
Yes. Yeah.
and I'm not going to forget them. I
No.
don't want to lose their inspiration.
No. Yeah.
In
Yeah.
other words, I'm taking with me all the lessons I've learned and everything that, life has shown me along the way. But I know that it's time
For
for
a
a
cool
cool
change.
change.
Yeah. I know that it's time for a cool change. It's very, very specific how they repeat that.
Mm-hmm.
And now that my life is so prearranged, I know that it's time for a cool change. I love that because there are certain things that we organize, there are certain things that we try to put in place, we prearrange.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about it. I just, as a child, we all have this vision of going to school, graduating, going to college, graduating, getting a job, finding your mate,
Yeah.
having children,
Yeah.
having the house. And that's the prearrangement
Yep.
of life.
Yeah.
It's like, is that really, bringing your heart joy? Is that what you know,
Mm-hmm.
what your life is supposed to be? Or are you
Yeah.
supposed to, take time to sail on the ocean and just be?
I love that. Yeah.
It's, I love the fact that he puts in here that my life is so
Prearranged.
prearranged.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like society has said, you got to do this, you got to
You
do
got to do
this, you
that.
got to do
Yep.
this, and I need to escape that for just a moment.
Yeah.
And I believe we all do, and that's the cool change that I believe that the world is calling for now for all of
Absolutely.
us.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love how we've been talking about water. Well, I was born in the sign of water.
So he's either a Pisces, an
Yep.
Aquarius, or Cancer. And the cool thing was, we're recording this, I know, here and now. And when you listen to this, you are in the present moment with us in the here and now.
Yeah.
According to the Gregorian calendar, um, it's the day after that new moon in Cancer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which really was calling forth all of this about
Yeah.
emotions, bringing up, letting them flow through, allowing them to surface and to be.
And interesting enough, it says, and
Hmm.
it's there that I feel my best. Well, I was born in the sign of water, and it's there that I feel my best. So,
Yeah,
interestingly enough,
yeah.
with the emotions that are coming up, the albatross and the whales, they are my brothers. And I know you had said you like the
Oh
dolphins.
yeah.
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
sing. I know that albatross is the tuna, right?
I
Or
I think it's actually
albatross.
I actually think it's a bird, but I'm not exactly sure what kind.
Oh,
I don't know how to describe it.
wow.
I
That
really
makes sense now because of the air and the water. Wow. See, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Allison. Look at the albatross. Wow.
That's a big bird.
It's a huge
That is a
bird.
big bird, and it is
So
in yellow.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I would definitely start understanding and acknowledging the albatross for
oh
sure
yeah,
because in my life presently, I have had so many birds just coming into my life. I understand the significance of the freedom and the flight. Take flight with
oh
your
yeah,
life. Go on the air and let your wings soar, you know?
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah,
the albatross and the whales. Oh, they are my brothers. This is such a significant line for me in the understanding of unity consciousness.
yes. That's actually what I was just thinking because
They really are our brothers.
they really are, and
Yeah.
we come from them, and also they are two examples of another example of air in the sense that the whales are mammals that come to the surface to breathe the air and to blow their like that little blowhole that they have,
Right?
and the albatross, it flies, it soars on the air,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
also breathes the air, and
Yeah.
so it's kind of a special feeling when you're out on the sea alone, staring at the full moon like a lover.
Mm.
Boy, I love that
I
line.
do too, because we all know what it's like to be in love.
Mm-hmm.
What happens in the physical body when you're in love is that, for me, that feeling of wholeness, of connection.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you are connected to your divine self and really, truly love
Yourself,
yourself,
yeah.
you can have that feeling all the time,
All the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
And this is what he's saying,
Yeah.
that I can just be on the water all alone
Yep.
and I'm in love with myself,
Yeah.
the water, the moon, the air, everything that is
Yes.
around
Yeah.
me. And to have that feeling for me is so special.
I couldn't
It
agree more.
really, really,
Yeah.
truly is. And of course, a full moon, we all know, it's the sign of love, right? I mean,
Yeah.
people, there's something about a full moon that people just are drawn to.
It's incredibly well,
Number
in
one, it lights up.
it does
It
light up.
lights up the entire sky during the
It
night.
does, and it's incredibly hypnotic.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it just
So it's a
captures
light
your
within the
eyes.
dark.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
And
yeah.
so, you know, staring at the full moon like a lover, time for a cool change.
I know that it's time for a cool
Yeah.
change. Yeah,
Now that my life is so prearranged, I know it's time for a cool change. I
yep,
love that.
yep. And then I think he's going into the acknowledgement of, I have a partner
Yeah.
and I'm happy. Sometimes I need to be alone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what it says. I've never been romantic, and sometimes I don't care. I know it may sound selfish, but let me breathe the air. Let me breathe the air.
Yeah.
And this, for me, is also the body, you know, that human being asking for acknowledgement from spirit. Let me breathe the air, let me feel you, let me be one with you.
Absolutely.
I find it, you know, this author of this song finds it on the water,
Oh yeah.
sailing all
Oh yeah.
alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you can find it wherever your paradise is.
Yes, yes, that's
You
funny.
can
Yeah,
find it, in your backyard. You
yeah,
can
yeah.
find it, in your bedroom. It's wherever you take time to be with yourself.
Yourself,
Yeah.
yeah. And another way to also look at "But Let Me Breathe the Air" is to think of how certain relationships sometimes make us feel like they're becoming suffocating.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah,
Isn't
and
that fascinating, Bruce? How our
that is,
minds are
yeah,
just
no,
connected.
I love it. And I think that, in some ways, if you're thinking that out there listening to us talk about this, then yeah, that could be what it's saying because, if sometimes you have to be selfish for yourself,
Yes,
you
yeah,
know?
and that is not being selfish.
No,
And that is the key is most of us think, oh, it's selfish.
yeah,
But no, in order to be able to give, we have to receive.
yes,
And how do we receive? By opening up to ourselves and allowing that in.
absolutely.
And he needs air,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know? I need space
yeah,
to breathe.
yeah, and
And the biggest key is don't be afraid to ask for it
no, absolutely.
because
Yeah,
all that it will do is heal you, make you stronger, make you,
yes, yes,
fill your cup back up, so to
yeah,
speak, and that's what we all
we
need.
all
And
need
he's
that.
acknowledging that
Absolutely.
because he says, if there's one thing in my life that's missing, it's the time that I spend alone, sailing on the cool and bright clear water.
Yeah. Once again, there's that sailing and on the water and that beautiful reference there,
Right.
you know. And it, I know that we talk about meditation and what that word means,
Hmm.
know thyself, going within. That is something that is so critical because I think that's the theme of the song. It's
I do
it's
too.
it's
Yeah.
the theme of
Yeah.
this is,
I think so too.
is
And
to,
that cool change could just be start meditating.
yeah, yeah,
you know, change. And Wayne Dyer, wrote a book about this. If you
yeah,
change the way you look at things, the things you look at
will
will
change.
change.
Yeah,
And I love the fact that he says it's a cool change.
me too.
So, in other words, it's not like, um, I just keep seeing it like, staticky and difficult
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
pushback. And,
yeah,
no, this is a cool
yeah,
change. It's smooth and easy,
yeah,
because you are finally acknowledging yourself and
absolutely.
taking time for yourself because
Yeah,
he says it's kind of a special feeling out on the sea alone,
yeah,
staring at the full moon like a lover.
yeah.
And it is such a beautiful, special
Yeah,
feeling.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Do you think it's
Time
time for
for
a
a
cool
cool change.
change? I
I know
know
that
that
it's
it's
time
time
for a
for a
cool
cool
change.
change.
Now
Now
that
that
my
my
life
life
is
is
so
so
prearranged,
prearranged, I
I know
know
that
that
it's
it's
time
time
for
for a
a
cool,
cool.
cool change.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I do. And I think that's the thing is that, we can find that cool change with either an elimination diet, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
where we have to eliminate the things that are not harmonizing with us,
Right, that are
not
bringing us,
synchronized. Yeah,
anxiety and
yeah.
stress and pushback and
And
yeah.
and we can find synchronization with those things and find ways to keep them in our lives. It all depends on you, and it all depends on getting out on that cool, bright, clear water and
Right. And
finding,
taking time
yes,
to make that cool
absolutely,
change possible.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank
And thank
you.
you, Bruce. What
Thank
a
you, Donna.
beautiful day.
Yes.
Thank you all so much. Remember, you can send requests to us. Thank you once again to our dear friend
Thank
Vanya,
you, Vanya.
who requested this song because it's been on my mind.
And it's a
and
beautiful
in my
song.
heart.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so maybe you all will start singing it for a little while
I
too.
hope so. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us on
Lyrical Wisdom.